The old coot here coming back at you with another exciting video. Oopsie, I forgot to mention two other ingredients that go into my like midday, afternoon, maybe last smoothie of the night or whatever, about 3 hours before I go to bed. It just kind of has so many carbs in here, natural sugars, that it just puts me in that perfect mellow kind of chill state of mind to just fall right asleep. And it just helps as like a sleep aid. But the two things I forgot to tell everybody about were lavender, right? I'll put a link to this down there below. This was the best one that I could find, best bang for the buck. 5 ounces. The stuff is pretty pricey unless you have like a lavender bush in your backyard or whatever, or in your planter or garden or whatever. Lavender buds, basically 5 ounces. I'll put a link to this down there below in the description. So I just put like a few of them in there. I think you can you kind of see them? Maybe you can kind of see a couple of them in there. But maybe like 10 of them, like 10 little lavender buds I put in there in the smoothie. And we're going to blend that all up. And then one thing I forgot to mention was about a half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. Ceylon, I think, is a region in Asia. I forgot specifically which country, maybe India. I forgot. But basically, to me, this is the best tasting cinnamon. The one that actually tastes like cinnamon is supposed to taste like. And I just put about a half a teaspoon in there as well. I think you can kind of, it's like right there. It's like that part. And then this other white powder is basically a combination of the collagen peptides that I put in there, the kale powder. And then there was cherry, mango, right? Frozen cherries, frozen mango, I would say about like a half a cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup of each. Sometimes I'll put pineapple, as you saw from the previous video, or I'll put like passion fruit if I can find it, or guava, or dragon fruit, kind of whatever you like. I throw, acai in here? Acai? I throw acai in here. I like the acai better than the blueberries. Blueberries had too many seeds, right? And I also noticed that the acai has just more of that antioxidant punch that just does the body a little bit better, I think, than the blueberries. And then there was pomegranate juice. There was some cranberry juice in there for the prostate, for urinary tract stuff. And then there was some kefir in there for the probiotics, prebiotics, right? 7 live and active cultures. This one is goat milk kefir. And then the honey was so many benefits of raw honey, you have no idea. Try to get the raw stuff local, whatever's local to you. If you have a farmer that's near you that has a beehive and they're willing to, part with some raw unfiltered honey, even better, even better. And then there was a whole bunch of other stuff in there. Anyway, check out the video before this one if you want to see that. But I just had to do a quick little add-on video because I forgot to mention the Ceylon cinnamon, the half a teaspoon of that, and about 10 or so of these lavender buds that go in there. And then if you are low on liquid, let's say you put your fruit in there and you're a little bit low, right? Like some of the fruit is floated to the top, but basically you do want to leave a little bit of room because if you fill the liquid all the way up to the top, when you go to blend it, it'll basically explode on you. So be careful. So you have a big kitchen mess. So make sure you leave a little bit of space, right, before you seal it off and then close it. But if you notice that your fruit line is here and your water line is down here, your liquid line is down here, you can always add coconut water, right? I try to use one that has no sugar, or you can just top it off with water, right? Or some other, try to find a juice, like you can put more pomegranate in, you can put more cranberry in or whatever. Just try to find something that doesn't have added sugar. That's the most important thing. But anyways, with that being said, stay tuned. I'm going to blend this all up and then I'll show you what it all looks like when it's done. Links are down below in the description to like the collagen powder, the kale powder. If you can find fresh kale, even better. It's just getting harder and harder in Southern California to walk into a market these days and find those big, huge bags of kale versus having to buy like a small amount of kale and pay such a high price. So I miss the Costco big bag that they used to sell. I guess they don't sell it anymore at some of the Costco's. But anyways, with that being said, stay tuned and I'll update with another video when this is all blended.